Hi crafty friends, I'm so excited that you're here with us. My name is Marcy and my channel is Mum Crafting for Fun. Today we're going to be making Mumford the Mummy. This was an idea that we came up with for my job. I work in the recreation department. I work with the seniors who are 50 and plus. And so we came up with the idea of having Mumford kind of like an elf on the shelf that comes and visits for the month of October. Mumford moves around the center, and so when they come in every day, they have the chance to look around and find Mumford. And once they find Mumford, they let one of the staff know, and we give them a little fun-sized candy. So they're really enjoying this. Staff is enjoying this as well as they come, and they'll come on their breaks and come on over and look around for Mumford as well. So it's really easy to make Mumford. You probably have most of the materials already at home, so this is a inexpensive investment for this activity that's sure to bring lots of smiles and delights. Now you can, like some people have elf on the shelf doing mischievous things, you could do the same thing with Mumford. Or you could just move him around, like that's what we do at the senior center. So come along and with me and I'll show you how to make Mumford. Oh, I also will include in the bottom, in the description, the printable that I made to go with Mumford to help you be able to kind of introduce the idea. So I have it hanging up at the receptionist window when the seniors first come in. It also gives them a daily reminder of, oh yeah, let me look for Mumford. So I'll include that as well if you would like to take a peek at that. All right, so to make Mumford, it's really simple. You just need some kind of human form. So whether you go with like a baby doll, a stuffed baby doll, a regular baby doll, a Barbie doll. I originally used, for my first original Mumford, I used a skeleton from the Dollar Tree. So you can use whatever form you would like. Look around the house, see if you have something that you can use around the house to make it even cheaper for you. And then you'll need something to wrap Mumford in. So I use gauze. You can use cheesecloth cut into strips. You can use white fabric or cream or ivory fabric cut into strips. If I do suggest that if you're going to use fabric, to do it so that you start cutting it and then you rip it, and then so it'll give you that frayed, shredded edges. So let's go ahead and get started with what to do. So I'm going to use Barbie doll fashion doll from Dollar Tree. So we just take her out, and you're just going to be using the doll. So everything else you can put off to the side. Keep it for playing with your dolls for later, whatever you would like to do. And I'm going to use gauze. So and you want to use the gauze that's on the roll, not the gauze squares, because you need to be able to roll your doll up to look like a mummy. So when I started mine was I started going like this with the head to make sure I got all of the hair covered and the top of the head covered when I used the skeleton. And then you're just going to kind of start twisting your gauze, your fabric, whatever it is that you're using, around and around your form. You can see head is starting to look like a mummy, and you'll want to have a pair of scissors so that you can go ahead and cut it. I find it easier to cut it into pieces instead of doing one continuous roll wrapping around. It just makes it so it's easier to get the manipulation that I'm wanting with the gauze. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my gauze right here. And then I'm just going to be tucking the end of that gauze either up inside or whatever so that it stays. And then take my next piece of gauze that I'm going to do and then just start wrapping the body of your mummy. I'm going to kind of move the arms out of the way so I can wrap just the body. And you could actually take the clothes off the Barbie. I just realized that. You don't need the clothes on. Actually, I probably should have taken the clothes off since I'm going to want to be doing her legs separate, but we'll figure that out when we get there. You just continue to wrap until you get the mummy form how you would like. Then I'm going to cut again. And I like to tuck the pieces in the back. So from the front, you have a nice clean look. Because sometimes it does get bunched up when you're tucking or whatever. But it's totally up to you how you want to do it. And then I would wrap the arms to... And then just a little bit of advice for the arms and the legs. You're going to probably want to wrap them a few times. And just so they don't have little stick arms and legs. And you saw how I folded that end down so it wasn't sticking out in a point. Just little things to make your mummy look better, to be more aesthetically pleasing. Woo! And so I'm going to cut off here. And tuck in the back. And as you saw, I see that I don't have right there covered. So I was going to go up like that, but I'm going to go this way so that the arm is all covered in the back. So you just kind of play with it, make sure it's all covered up how you want it, that no pieces of the doll or whatever you're using as your base is showing. And just keep on wrapping it up. And when you start off, you'll want to, what I did was I would wrap it so that the ends would be covered up. That end that I started with would be covered up. So then you don't have to worry about using glue or anything like that, especially if it's a toy that your kids are going to want to be playing with later. You don't want to use glue on it. Just so that you can take the gauze or material off when you're done and use it and let them use the toy. So just kind of tucking around, making sure it fits real nice. We're gonna cut here. All right, and as you see, like there's a spot right there that's not as heavy with the gauze, so you can't go back in and like rewrap that. You know what, I might want to just go this way. Yeah, I'm gonna go pull that down instead of trying to tuck it up, so then the arm is not showing. There we go. And then just continue wrapping all of the pieces, all of the body of your mummy, so that none of the toy can be seen. And you just keep on going until you are done. You might need, I don't know exactly how much gauze or material you will need. It'll depend on the size of your base as well as how thick you want to wrap it. So just continue wrapping until you are done. Skirt up because I should have taken the clothes off so I wouldn't have a skirt that I'm dealing with, but we'll make it work. So go like that, and as you see, I'm putting it overlapping what has already been done as well, so that no pieces of my doll are showing through. All right, and now I'm going to cut this piece off, and I'll wrap each leg individually after I tuck the end in. There we go. I'm gonna get my second roll here ready. You can use that, but I'm gonna need a second roll anyway, so I think I'm just going to start with that, and I might use this little piece for going back in and like wrapping any areas that I feel like need to be more covered. So I'm going to wrap my Barbie's leg here. Like I said, for the legs, you'll want to, at least I do, want it to be wrapped a few times because the Barbie legs are super skinny and super thin looking. So you want to make sure you've got enough bulk there so it doesn't look proportionally off. So just going to go back up, wrapping on the leg here. Oh, look at what I did. So if something like that happens, you just go back and fix it up. These kind of, it's crafting, you have sometimes little mishaps and you just go back in and you fix them back up and make it look like it never happened. So let me get my foot all nicely wrapped here. All right, and then going back up on my mummy, so to bulk up those legs. It's a little bit tricky sometimes to get around the two legs, but just work slowly, manipulating, get it all rolled up the way you want it to look. I can already see here I'm going to go back up in there and add some pieces. All right, so I think that's pretty good on that leg. I can always come back and add more if I need to. But I'm just going to, at this point, tuck that end. Tuck the end in. You could also tie it if you wanted to. You can have some little pieces tied. I think my original Mumford, I had some pieces that were tied. So it just depends on how you want it to look. It's all up to your preference, what you have on hand, that kind of thing. So there's no right or wrong way to do Mumford. It's just more to get it Mumford made, so then you're ready to start having Mumford come and visit the kids, move around and make it a fun game for, you know, where's Mumford today? What's Mumford doing? Kind of like I said before, your elf on the shelf. It's kind of this, it's the same principle, just with a mummy, since it's Halloween time. And you could, you know, use any kind of character that you wanted to use. So, you know, if you wanted to do a witch, you could do like, you know, Winifred the Witch, or, you know, whatever name you come up with. You could even name your mummy something different than Mumford. It just, whatever it is that your kids would like, you would like, and they really do get a kick out of it, and they enjoy coming in every day and looking for Mumford. Where has Mumford moved now? Mumford is now ready to go to move around. So how easy was that to make Mumford? I'm sure that your family and friends will have lots of fun looking for Mumford and finding all his new hiding spots. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.